Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today we are playing once more with filter baskets, but today we make something even more interesting. We will compare not one, not two, but three different filter baskets. So we will be playing with a VST 18-gram basket, and we put it against Pullman 19-gram basket, and also against Wafo Soul Spirit basket. I was thinking for a long time which style of shot should we pull for those three baskets to showcase them properly, and honestly we could pull any shot, but they are all three of them, they are high flow baskets, so let's pull a turbo today. If there will be an appetite for maybe one more video with those baskets, maybe we will use paper filters. I know some of you asked me for that. So VST 18-gram basket. It weighs 33.9 grams precisely. I struggled to find the number of holes for this particular basket. 25-gram basket got 727, so we can assume that this one got less than that. Pullman filtration 876. It weighs 34 grams and, as the name suggests, 876 holes, and we're going to measure them against this guy. So that's Wafo Soul Spirit basket. It weighs 47.7 grams, the heaviest basket, and it got 2,916 holes. I will give you a moment to count them. Each of those baskets, and you can call them all like high-end baskets, even though this one, it's so much more expensive that I don't even want to talk about it. But each of those baskets, on their websites, they promise, my god, those are the best baskets you can get. They measure them and they check the number of holes. They measure, although they don't give the number of holes for this one, but they measure the size of the holes, everything. Each of them is the best. Each of them, the producer claims, is the best. We will put it into the test. Now, especially when you have something very expensive, even unconsciously, you would get slightly biased. You would expect a little bit more from one of them than from the others. So doing like a regular test would not be 100% fair. I will do a blind taste test today. Yes, we're going to pull 3 shots, and then I will test them randomly and I will choose the first, the second and the third just based on the taste. And I know this is not a perfect solution, but that's how we're going to make sure I don't know which is which. 18 grams of coffee in, I will be aiming for 1 to 2.5 ratios in about 25-ish seconds. That should be lots of fun, so I'm genuinely very excited. I have no idea what we're going to find out. So if you're as excited as myself, click like, consider subscribing, and well, let's do it! I've got this Ethiopian naturally processed coffee from Plot Roasters. They promise mango, blood orange and a hint of baking spices. I have dialed in all of those 3 baskets. VST setting number 9.3 on the Cafec MC5. Pullman slightly above 9, and Wafo it's below 8. Let's just see how the water flows with all of those 3 baskets, starting with VST, then Pullman, then Wafo. So that's letter A, if you can see, and that's for the VST. That's letter B for Pullman, and letter C, that will be for Wafo. I will try to lower the temperature of the last shot slightly just by pouring it to another glass and back to this glass, so it's not immediately obvious just by feeling the temperature that it is a different shot. Okay, we have 3 shots. They don't look that bad as for the turbo shots. Cheers. Sweet, fruity. Oranges, maybe. Not that much citrusy, but the sourness of the oranges. Maybe mango. Overall, the composition of the shot very nice. There is that hint of bitterness, kind of a cocoa powder, sweet bitterness. Cheers. Sourness slightly more dominant. Notes definitely sharper here. Sourness increased, the bitterness also went up. Not necessarily pleasant as such, but very present. notes. And the other one? I already have I already have enough of espresso. Okay, I have to do it. Started, I have to do it. This, I think, it's like a balance between those two. I think I can taste in the third one, I can taste the oranges a bit more. So I will do one more go and then I will tell you which I think it's which and which one is the best for me today. Let's compare those two. This is a pleasant shot for someone who doesn't like strong taste in espresso. The flavor notes are there, they are on a low volume. Initially I kind of enjoyed this one. As a coffee geek, I'm aiming for, I want, especially when I pull a turbo shot, I want to increase the flavor notes, not to mute them. It tastes nice as a shot, not necessarily perfect as a turbo shot. Okay, now I will compare this, kind of my favorite, with the middle one, which was very sharp. Now it cooled down. Well, the sharpness went down. There is sweetness, there is depth. This one. It's a difficult choice between those two. They are very close to each other. At first, this one was too sharp. Now it's good. This one at first was my favorite. Now it went down slightly. It's more like a tea-like and the bitterness became more dominant. And this one is less bitter and more orangey. Yeah, so as I said, initially I was going for this, but now I think I will go for this one. Okay, let's reveal the one that I think it's the best showcase for a turbo shot of this coffee, of those flavor notes. So I will undo the sticker. And that's letter C. Have a look. That's letter C, so that's Wafo. Wafo won, but very narrowly. My second favorite for this particular shot Hey! This one I wasn't expecting at all. I thought I'm choosing between Pullman and the Wafo. This is A, this is a VST. So I was struggling to differentiate between a basket of the highest number of holes and the basket of lower number of holes here. Amazing! Which makes this, remember at the very beginning I said this one was the kind of the most pleasant, it became very muted. I mean, it's not bad, it's sweeter than the rest of the shots. And just to prove it, can you see? So that's letter B. I need a glass of water because my heart... And then I will wrap it up. Yeah guys, so here we have it. Here we have it. I wasn't expecting those kind of results. Each of those shots were kind of close to each other. Initially the Pullman, when the first sip, it was the sweetest, the most pleasant shot. Initially the Wafo was kind of too sharp, too much was going on there. I wanted to choose VST as a winner. Once the shot cooled down, the Pullman became dull. VST kind of stayed the same, but this one became less sharp and I got more of the orangey flavor. The VST became slightly more bitter at the end. But the difference here, guys, it could go either way, you know, it's not that obvious. I mean, yes, the Wafo was a winner, and yes, it always gives a little bit more in terms of extraction rate, the percentage of the extraction. Usually it's about 1% higher than the rest. I'm always very critical to this basket, and the reason is because it's so bloody expensive. You know, for that kind of money, I would expect each shot to taste like if you are being snogged by an angel, at least. And yes, you get a little bit more, sometimes it's too much. So you have to think about it. If you want to buy this basket, sometimes you will get over extracted. So then you need to play, maybe shorten the time of extraction and so on and so on. It can give you a lot. For us, for the coffee geeks, to experiment. Remember when we pulled the Espresso allongé, we actually went near 30% extraction. You can play with this basket, you can dial it into really to discover the notes that you've never had before. Would they be a nice notes? That's another question, but you can play a lot with this one. So for the coffee geeks, yes, but for people who like good coffee any of those baskets will do. VST almost won today. On the website they say this is the basket that they use for World Barista Championship. I don't know. Pullman could win if I judge those shots at the after very first sip. Those are my conclusions or confusions, as I usually say. It was nice to do that free shot blind taste, because you completely you forget about the price and everything. You just think about the taste, what you experience. In the last few videos I showed you pretty much all of my baskets. We played with IMSs, we've played with ENB, we played with well everything I can think of. The Swarks is the one that I don't have. I'm not sure if I will be getting. It's a bloody expensive as well, and on top of that it's very difficult to get. Let me know which is your favorite basket, especially if you had a chance to compare a few of them. I spoke with one of the viewers some time ago, the guy with many years of experience in this coffee making, and he said that the Gadget basket, the stock basket, was the best basket. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel, plenty more things coming. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is My Coffee Show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!